I read your editorial today in the Wall Street Journal, and I don't know if you saw Walker's editorial either, but the governor of Wisconsin.
I did.
He went through 2 pages, and what he says is that actions speak louder than words. That's the case he makes in this piece. And what he says is that over the past couple of weeks, that unions across the state of Wisconsin have continued to pursue contracts without new pension or contributions to their health insurance. And he says that's where the proof's in the pudding, that they're not changing unless they're forced to change, which keeps Wisconsin in the hole at a $3.6 billion tune, Karl.
Well, he's been making this point all along. Remember, the concessions were made by state employees, but they weren't made by local and school district employees. And remember, Walker's coming from this experience. He was the county executive in Milwaukee County with a huge budget shortfall that he inherited from his predecessor. And the only way he could deal with it was to ask the unions for concessions. They refused to give him any and told him that he would have to fire people or raise taxes. He didn't raise taxes, and he had to fire 20% of the county workforce. And he vowed he'd, if ever put in a position to do something about it, he would give local governments and school districts tools to avoid this. In today's piece in the Wall Street Journal, I thought he started with a powerful point. Megan Sampson, the outstanding teacher in the Milwaukee school districts, was fired shortly after being named the most outstanding teacher because they had to have reductions in the ranks of teachers, and it was last in, first out, according to the union contract. So they took the most outstanding teacher in Milwaukee and had to fire her because of union work rules.
And so Megan Sampson was out of a job after essentially winning MVP honors. Look, I don't know how this goes into Ohio and Indiana and the state of New York and New Jersey, but there's a governor in Indiana by the name of Mitch Daniels. He's a Republican. 6 years ago, he did a similar thing. And his poll numbers just went to the gutter. I think they're around 30%. And today they are